And good morning. Welcome to Anything Goes Garage. It is a wet weekend. So far, I think we've got almost 3 inches of rain since yesterday. I'm glad it wasn't all at once, because otherwise I'd be looking at a moat back here. We'd be floating in something. But it gave me some time to clean up in the shop and try to get rid of some junk. Time to purge. Get rid of stuff I ain't used in a long time, you know. Just give it away, whatever, scrap it, toss it, whatever I gotta do. I'll go through the shop a little bit today and do some stuff. I'm gonna work in the back shop today, try to get that trans in the 56. I don't know, just one of them rainy day. I'm just getting out of the house actually. It's 9:30 and that ain't like me. I think I just needed some rest. Overdue rest. I do have a carburetor supposed to come in, Quadra-Junk from a Cadillac I have to redo. I'm working on some 317 LS heads. I just got back from the machine shop for a valve job and a resurface. They're going on the 71 Chevelle 4-door. So I'll show you them. Here they are. Still got a couple dings in the, excuse me, in the surface, but that's in the chamber. This one here had really broke a piston. It butted all the ring lands and it was leaning that cylinder. All the rest seemed to have lived. So this had already had springs, cam lifters done in it, but it had a wrong or bad tune or ran lean and it hurt all the pistons. So I have to order pistons too. The block is out getting cleaned and cam bearings. I could do the cam bearings, but while it's there, just do it. It's just easier. I don't really have time. This is one motor I was going to put together. 60 over 350. I was going to build a nitrous motor, but I don't know. Still got that to do. I'm waiting on an oil pump pickup and an intake. And we can clean it, paint it, put the rest of the accessories on, fire it up on the, I may fire it up on the engine test stand instead of put it in the car. That's a Chevelle that's out back, 72 Chevelle. It's a friend of mine. I'll probably do it that way, so in case anything goes wrong, God forbid. And I'm still working on this. Right now, this is at a standstill. $500 exhaust manifold that I need to buy because it's 2-piece with the twin turbos and the heat. Supposedly the stock ones won't put up with that, so better safe than sorry. So eventually, if it stops raining, I got to take that 377. That's got to go out of back shop. That's a backup bullet for the Chevelle. I'm not Chevelle. 56 gasser. That has to go in the back shop on the lift. I have to pull the steering box back out because the input shaft is dumping out power steering fluid. That has been a thorn on my side. Put power steering in it, they say. It'll be fun, they say. Yeah, well, over they are. I'm going to kick you between the legs. But anyway, yeah, I want to drive this truck again. This has been in the family since 1988. I owned it in high school, sold to my dad, and then my dad passed. In 2003, I ended up with it back, so here it is. But otherwise, I'll do a few things around here, and then we'll go back to the other shop. Okay, back shop time. Coffee cup number, I don't know. I lost count, 5, 6, something like that. Turn some lights on here. Yep. It's that time. We have gaskets for the case. Ooh. We have parts all over the place. We got a tractor that's all over the place. Well, when the weather gets better, hopefully this week we can continue on the case. I'll have content. Uh-oh, I'm missing something. My coffee. It's my morning get up and go. Without it, yeah, I still function, but so anyhow, 56 Chevy transmissions are project today. I don't think I have anything to do to this at hand. That, yeah, I don't even want to go there. I want to put a K member on it for a Mustang and I want a turbo in this car. Turbos don't run empty like a nitrous bottle. So, anyway, yeah, this is our project today. Put that in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Let's get some work done around here. I'm tired of these open projects. Okay, well, I just realized that I can't lift that onto there by myself. 10 years ago I might have tried it, but not these days, so I'm going to have some assistance in a little while. Meanwhile, I think we're going to work on something that needs to be done. So we're going to go over to here and finally put our new belts in. So let's see here. These are my old belts. It sucks. What are these, 2 years? I think they're good for, and then you got to reinsert them or replace them. I don't know what the date is on these dang things. 2017. So they've been around, but they're like brand new. I don't get it. This is just a scam. So anyway, I got a new set of belts here. We're gonna put them in. Oh, look at that. Blue for the car. And did I get, I don't know if I got cam locks or not. I guess not. No, I got regular. Cam locks were a lot more money. Oh my gosh, screw it. They're the cam locks. These are nice because you just flip that over and the whole thing comes apart, especially if you're in a hurry. So, yeah, I'm gonna get some hardware. I think all the hardware is still in here. Just a matter of wrapping around and bolting it to the floor and wrapping around the bar. Those are shoulder, left and right. Yeah. And I gotta do the fun thing, try to remember how to wrap it around the belt, around the bar. I always do it wrong and tech always nails me, but last time I did all right. That's my, they call it a crotch belt that gets bolted to the floor right there, and these are the laps. And that's an empty box. And this is your lap belt and your latches. Alright, so let's see which way is this going to go here. Does it matter? Actually, I think I'm going to the expiration toward this side so they can read it. Oh, wait, there it is. If I undo this, besides what here? Alright. I am right-handed opening it. So yeah, this is how I want to do it. We're going to put this here. Yeah. Like put a little oil on those threads. You know what? I probably should pull some of the, put some slack in this now and go from there. Crotch belt in. Let me see. Make sure my labels are facing downward because that's my OCD. That goes to the floor there. And I'm gonna have to shorten out too, it looks like. Okay. Crotch belt. Just take the slack out of it. That one's in. Now I got to do the other side. I guess I got to flip the seat up. It's weird not having racing seats in this after all those years. Somewhere in here, there it is. There's the hole. Do the same thing with this. Shorten it up. Okay, so I'm able to use the factory bowl holes in the floors with the factory threads. This thing will go through that. Well, looking here, we'll go through. All right, well, if my memory serves me right, I have to ream that out with a drill bit because these are a little bit too big. I do have another bolt here somewhere. What in the world here? Nope, that's not it. Hold on a second here. Aha. Well, that one fits, but the factory ones do not. So I need to ream that out just a little bit. I guess it's the powder coating and the holes are making it too small. Really? Yeah, much better. All right, good deal. Smells like dog food in here. I wouldn't be surprised if a mouse was dragging Capone's dog food in here back in the winter time. I would not be surprised whatsoever. That's how it works. Right under here. I think there's something. I'm gonna have to get a light. Anyway. Carpeting in the threads. There we go. All right, let me see what goes on with this. Let me ratchet. Not digging that, not at all. I think I might have to run a tap through this. All right, that is in. I had a wrong angle to the dangle, but I did get it. All right, so look at this bar just done here. We'll go from there. Oh well, yeah, guys, read the directions also when you wrap these around if you're not sure, because a lot of times tech will bust your chops. I've had the state police actually at the track pick that out and go, hey, that's not wrapped right. And he'd actually he wrapped it for me, the first one, and he showed me how to do it, and it was pretty cool. So yeah, just make sure you do it right. Save you some time at the track. And as you know, it's not like every day you do this unless you do for a living. Read the directions. That's all you gotta do. So I'm gonna do this. Okay, so what you're gonna do when you get these out of the box, for the ones that wrap, go over the seat and over around the bar. You're gonna take this mounting piece off because you're not gonna use it unless you have tabs mounted on your bar. I don't have those. So what I'm gonna do is, don't mind me, I had too much coffee this morning, as I said. And you can take that and do whatever with it. Now you're gonna take this and you're gonna slide this way back because our bar is really close. Make sure your belt is got the race quip up. I'm gonna slide this pretty far up. The first one's the hardest. So once you get the first one, you can kind of, here, I'll spin it over here for you. You can kind of measure this up. Now I'm doing the second one because I already did the first one, and kind of line these up, line the two race quips up, and then slide this back to where it needs to be. And then you go, here, let me get you squared over here so I don't know how wide this is. And then you're gonna go take this, go over. Now hopefully I'm doing this right. By the directions, that's what it's showing. Over, through, back through the buckle again. Yeah, make sure she's tight too. Don't mind me, this light is blinding the living crap out of me too. And then you go back through the buckle again. Okay. And then you were probably gonna want to check, but being I have it matched up to the other one, you can check your length then. You can still adjust it up here, but if you want them equal and you have OCD like I do sometimes, now you're gonna take this and go back again through the buckle. It's a little tighter now that you got all these wraps in here, so you feed the corner through and you'll have to pick at it to get it through. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Too much coffee. Yeah, I smell dog food in here. I think I got mice. We're gonna have to investigate what's going on in here. I smell like a bag of Purina or something. All right, you pull this back, this is the other side of the belt buckle, and that is it. You're good. Flop it over the top. Flop the other one over the top under the headrest. All right. Let's see here. And yes, my interior light does work. So I'm pretty equal here. And you can adjust, pull these tighter here. And always make sure these are together because this is how they're gonna go in your crotch belt is going to go in the middle when you put your latch together. So it'll go like this, the crotch, this, and the other side. You're going to have to lengthen these up, but they are. You just pull back on this, pull that down. You're good in June 2024. Those are old. Those are probably 90s, but they're original belts I had. It's only the passenger anyway, so let me adjust these up and I'll fit myself to them. We'll go from there. All right, I guess I'll put these barely used G-Force belts back in the box. Maybe somebody might want them. Maybe want to reinsert them, put them in something, a street car that don't worry about reserting them. I don't think I hardly used them. And they sit in the garage or in the trailer, in the car, out of the weather, out of the sun. So, I don't know how many of these things I had over the years. Usually other states don't look at the dates on them, as long as they're not frayed or discolored. So, maybe somebody over there, PA or something. I remember running dirt track and they never checked anything. They didn't care, as long as they were in good shape. So, we'll see. I'd rather repurpose them. I don't throw stuff away. Otherwise, now I got the belts adjusted. Yeah, it looks like a mess I just got out of there. I'm gonna open up the back. I think I feel up underneath here. I feel dog food in there, and there's mouse poop. So yeah, I'm gonna have to vacuum and clean this whole thing out. So let me find a screwdriver. All right, let's hopefully this thing comes apart. I got a feeling I'm gonna find lots of something behind here. Hopefully the seat isn't in the way. Oh, they nailed it. Literally nailed it in here too. What in the world? What? No way. They got, oh, come on. They have sheetrock screws or whatever you want to call them in here. If I don't get that jammed in there. And they also have pan head and a nail. Make up your mind what you're gonna do here. All right, well, you know, you'd think they'd use, I guess that was their pre-nailer, but they put a stupid flat tip. I don't get it. All right. Let's see, there are screws, mouse stuff, and I can't really see in there. Seat keeps falling back on my head. Ouch. Gee, and there's airsoft pellets in here. Wonder how that got in there. I feel dog food back in here, unless they're underneath the carpet. Well, there's some crap right there. Like, literally trash. I know I felt dog food back in there. I don't know what that is, a piece of crayon or something. I guess I'm gonna have to pull the rug back a little more. Let me investigate this a little more. All right, well, I got some unflavorable stuff out of there, so that's much better. Can only look in there so far. I did get a couple nuggets of dog food, but there was stuff in there, yuck, you know. Is this on right? Yeah, this is on right. So I'll reassemble this. I might have to check the other side because this still stinks in there. They get into every little nook and cranny. We'll get this cleaned out. All right, let's check the fitment of these belts. All right. Well, this is where another thing I got to do is, dang. All right, let me try this again. All right, let's try this thing and fit. Make sure it fits. So I ain't gotta monkey with this thing when I get to the track and put on my gear. Now, granted, my jacket's a little thicker, so I may leave this a little loose. Let's see, we're not twisted. Crotch belt. We might have to loosen these up a little. Yeah, this is why I like my cam locks, but the price of them is just ridiculous for just that extra benefit of being able to get in and out of your belts much quicker. If you can afford it, just do it. But give yourself some extra time when you're getting in your car to mess with this stuff. It gets better after a while. It's all right. Now, got it where I want. And I'm gonna pull the shoulder belts a little tighter. Could keep these a little bit more slack. All right, there we go. So we're tight here, we're tight there. Could pull these tight. I might pull these a little over a little more. Just a bit, but I'm not going anywhere. Now the other thing is, on the bar, you have to fasten the belts on the bar, because if they're not bolted, to keep them from sliding on the bar, especially sideways, because what'll happen is if you get a wreck, let's say, God forbid, that does that, slides across that bar out from under that headrest, one blows that way, you're out, you're probably going out of the car, you're banging yourself up really bad. So that also was told by a state trooper, and Tech never, said anything about that, but when they had the state trooper down there one day, down at ACO, walking through checking cars, and yeah, he says, yeah, put pipe clamp, some kind of a clamp, just to keep it from sliding. He says you can use a hose clamp even, so. But if you're using the tabs and they're welded to the bar, then you don't need that, of course. So I like it. I'm gonna loosen these up so I ain't struggling next time. Let's give myself a little slack to get in and out. Let's see here, we're good there. All right, call this good. Not quite done, but good. So, yeah, that's everything. So some of you guys remember this thing with all the odometer gauges and the tachometer. I got rid of all that and put all new stuff in, and I mounted all my gauges down there. I put the cheetah shifter with my nitrous controls all down here. Starter, ignition, this is my, actually opens my trunk, and line locks, trans brake, bottle opener, bottle heater, I forget, fans, I don't know, all that electronical stuff. Switches here, purge, power's not on, bottle on, I forget what half this stuff does. I don't drive it that often, but we're gonna make that change. So I even got an extra, just a piece of fuzz. I even got an extra suit in case I decide to want to go nines. On the bottle, probably, but let's one step at a time. I know this thing's been 1050s, 1060s, so that's on just motor, no real tune on it. So that's it. Let me do a couple things. Maybe I'll get to adjusting the valves today. That's a definite going to need to be done. And there you have it. One set of belts till 2024. All right, so next, adjust me some valves. All right, well, let's get this done. It's been on my list for many months to start working on this car. The season is upon us, and it's time. Time to awaken the giant. This over here. Don't mind that little air cleaner, that's just for street stuff. Keep the trash out. I don't know how you boys can drive around out there with dust kicking up, rocks and open carburetors. I see that stuff on the internet all the time. Like, I don't know. I'm just an old school type of guy. I mean, I'll race without one, but I won't drive down the street without an air cleaner. I just, even turbo guys, I to each his own. But yeah, I don't like scratched up cylinders and tore up pistons and stuff. So, you never know. All right. Looks like we have to take some of these nitro solenoids off and undo all these valve cover bolts. Boy, I'm sure glad there's a lot of them, because if there was only 4, this car would really be slow. So, all right, let's get with this. stuff in the way. I think I'm gonna have to take those nitrous lines on in that solenoid. There we are. Let me see here, guys. Light. Looking good. Person roller lifters. Forgot about them. Breaking stuff. I think this thing's due for an oil change. I'm not quite sure. When was the last time I did an oil change on this thing? It's been a while. Well, it's still pretty clean. I don't see any sparkles in it, so we're good there. Usually you would see it up there, so. Alright, let me see. Well, these are Allens to do this. Okay. Alright, let me see here. Let's get the other side apart and we'll do this accordingly. Alright, now for some lines. Got the stuckies. Come on now. Don't make me take more lines off. Shoot. Come on. Guess I gotta take some more lines off. Let me see, I'll take that one off right there. There we go. Maybe that'll work. That's one big line out of the way. Just trying not to tear my gaskets here. And the regulator's in the way. I remember having to take the regulator off. Ah, no, I don't. Ah, okay. And there's two different types of gaskets on here. That's not good. I'm gonna have to buy the old blues. These are squished. Whose big idea to put the blue ones on here? Not I. Looks like 23 and 30 thousandths is our lash. So, alright, let me see this. And up and this thing's barely got any runtime on it. I bet you if there's 50 miles on this engine, that would be it. Alright, let me get some tools and get these girdles loosened up. And I think I'm gonna need a, oh boy, I have to bump this thing over, but I ain't getting to that starter with that little hand thing, so I'll have to figure something out. There she is. All 427 cubic inches. Plus 30. So. Side. It could be a little. I like that. Awful lot of looseness there. Yeah, we're gonna have to go over these. Okay, so we're all adjusted now. 28 and 30 exhaust intake. She's ready to rock and roll, except for I gotta get the timing set on that crank trigger. That's all. I might have to buy some valve cover gaskets because those are spent. There's a cork and a rubber one. I don't know how that happened, but who knows? It's been such a long time. So, all right, let me button this thing up, lock down these girdles, and try to get this thing back together.